Okay, hi, I'm Dr. Bridget. So I just wanted to talk about me and my obsession with theory. In a lot of ways, I would call myself a philosopher over a practitioner, which means I'm really looking for predictive behavior in humanity. I'm also looking for and trying to understand how that affects society as well. So, um, I like communication theory because it incorporates both how we to each other and how we engage in conversation and connection. But I also like how it talks about sociology and we incorporate social psychology. And those are some things that I really, really love. In addition to politics and kind of how countries work together, very interested in international relations. And so you'll see as we go through the semester that I have a lot of passions about a lot of these theories. I've been teaching for a long time theory. I've been teaching theory since 2009, which I said in my other video. And um, honestly, it came to me serendipitously, and I just kind of never stopped really enjoying it. I would have to say my two favorite theories or theory categories would be first, I really, really love anything that kind of talks about how society and organizations work together, which is what I did my PhD on. My PhD was in management communication and organizational communication. But for the most part, I'm like kind of obsessed with anything that kind of talks about how one organization talks to another organization. That could be a nation state, that could be how one university interacts with another university. It could be how one class or one family system interacts with another family system. So those are the things that I really, really enjoy. So as you go through the chapter this week, so this is my copy of the book. I actually have the 9th edition. This is just a personal copy of mine. So even if you don't have the current edition, it's totally fine. You'll notice in the introduction that it kind of has like, sorry, I gotta figure out how this camera works. So it'll have like overviews, and then it'll say like the different theory categories. So like all of these are relationship and interpersonal communication theory categories. There's group and public communication, which is where I tend to land. Okay, that's like my personal theory expertise. But then there's also mass communication, which I also love. I love that stuff. And then cultural context. Okay, like I love it all. All right, that's the truth. But you can look through, hopefully you have some version of the book. If not, you have that link to the textbook website. Their goal in the beginning was to make it as open source as they possibly could while still compensating the individuals who are doing the work to combine all of the theories. So when I very first started teaching, M. Griffin, this is funny, has never, let me try that again. M. Griffin here is emeritus. He doesn't teach anymore. He's quite elderly, but he is so nice. I had an opportunity to meet him and have an email exchange with him very early on in my teaching career, and I feel like it's an honor to be able to teach from the textbook that he worked really hard to put together. And it is an honor for me to share that information with you. And I just respect so much how these professors and these individuals have worked really hard to make sure this is as accessible to you as possible. So I hope that kind of gives you an opportunity to reflect a little bit on what you might be interested in, and also give you a chance to kind of see my face instead of only a screen. So it's been super fun to meet you so far. I loved your emails, and I look forward to working with you throughout the semester.